Alright, so to start things off, it's a 14mm wrench. We're going to take that old diff vent off. Once we do, don't get any dirt in that hole. And then you're going to hear a little rattle here. That's the new Dorman. We want to hear that rattle. That's the vent opening and closing. And you can see in the new Dorman one has a little bit more surface area to stick that hose onto. So we're going to go ahead and take that Toyota Union, screw it in there, tighten it up, make sure it's nice and flush. And then once we've got that flush, we're just going to go ahead and take a rubber hose, put it on, and we're going to look for some places that we can secure this line a little bit higher than the axle, keeping it out of the way of water and mud and all that kind of stuff. While we're doing this, you might notice we got some decent light coverage, and that's because we actually are trying out a new headlamp here. This new headlamp is from Lightband. Look at that, it's bright. Very bright. And right there, that's a young man's out-of-focus mustache. Not for sale. So we're going to take a Sharpie pen, we're going to mark where we're going to cut that hose, make sure there's enough slack too, because if you have any flexation of the axle, you don't want it to rip it out. And so we got a lot, we're going to take that hose off, take it to the bench, give it some snips, snip, snip, and then we're going to slide that new diff breather in there, make sure it's nice and tight. You can take a hose clamp here, or you can take a zip tie. We opted for the zip tie because I only had one hose clamp, who would have thought. So we're going to tighten that up. Once she's tight, we're going to trim it. And the other side, you're going to put that hose clamp on, secure it down to the Toyota Union, tighten it up, and we are practically done. All we got to do now is find a good spot. See, on my 4Runner, I actually route it through the gas cap, but on the Tacoma here, we're just going to look at these wire looms. We figured, you know what, there's a nice frame bracket right about there. We're just going to zip tie it there, and it should be perfect. And sure enough, she's held out of the way, and nothing is going to get in there, and it is also way higher than it used to be. And that right there is why you don't need to spend $130 on an ARB kit, because we just did it for $30.